Hello students, happy morning. From today onwards, let we start our fourth lesson, electromagnetic induction and alternating current. Electromagnetic induction, it is simply stated as EMI. Here, this is a phenomenon of producing current by changing the magnetic field. Okay. Then alternating current. Alternating current is a current that changes its polarity at regular interval of time and its direction also changes accordingly. This is a current we are using in our day-to-day life in our household appliances. Okay. Before entering into the topic, we need some introduction to this topic. Okay. In Unit 1, Electrostatics, we studied about the charges at rest. But in Unit 2, we studied the motion of the charges, the moving charges that constitute a current. But in Unit 3, magnetism and the magnetic effect of electric current, we learnt whenever an electric current flows through a conductor, it produces magnetic field around the conductor. This was first observed by Christine Oersted. Later, Ampere proved that a current loop that behaves like a bar magnet. Okay. For this purpose, we need current. At that time, this current was only provided with the help of battery and cells. Okay. If suppose in order to transmit the current to a long distance, this battery and cell are not enough to provide that much energy. Okay. At that time, a question will arise. Due to that question, only this field will develop. Okay. The question is, a current carrying conductor that produces magnetic field around it. Why not a magnetic field that can produce current? Okay. See carefully. That question is, a current carrying conductor produce magnetic field. Around it, why not a magnetic field that can produce current? Okay, here it is a converse effect of magnetic effect of electric current. Okay, it is a magnetic field that produce current. It is a converse effect of magnetic effect of electric current. Okay, so Michael Faraday and Joseph Henry did some series of experiments to establish this converse effect. Okay, they did several experiments, but Michael Faraday get succeed in his experiment. He found the phenomenon called electromagnetic induction. Okay, here in this lesson, let me see a few experiments of Faraday and the phenomenon of EMI. Before going to the topic, we will recollect the concept of magnetic flux. Okay, then magnetic flux. Magnetic flux is the number of magnetic field lines that passing through a area normally. Okay, it is a simple one. If suppose I consider a area like this. Okay, here for this area, it is a normal vector. Okay, it is a area vector or normal vector. Area vector is a vector that is perpendicular to the plane. Okay, so if suppose I am placed this one in a magnetic field, uniform magnetic field. Okay, like this. I placed in a uniform magnetic field. Okay, the angle between the magnetic field and the normal vector is theta. So the magnetic flux can be written as phi b is equal to interval over area d vector dot dA vector. Okay, dA vector is a small area that is present in this area. Okay, the entire area is A. dA is a small area present in that area A. Okay, then we can write this one as phi b is equal to interval over A b dA cos theta. Okay, here theta is an angle between B vector and dA vector. Okay, if suppose theta is equal to 0 degree, that means the plane of the area is placed perpendicular to the magnetic field. Okay, the plane of the area is placed perpendicular to the magnetic field. For that case, the angle between the magnetic field and the normal vector will be 0. Okay, the plane of the plane of the area is placed perpendicular to the magnetic field. At that case, the angle between B vector and the normal vector will be 0. Then cos 0 became 1. For that case, we get maximum flux. Phi B is equal to integral of A B dA. Magnetic field is constant. In integrating dA over A, we get phi B is equal to BA. It is the maximum flux attained by the area when it is placed in a magnetic field. Then the unit of magnetic flux. The unit of magnetic flux is nothing but a Tesla meter square, because the unit of magnetic field is Tesla and the unit of area is meter square. Or we can write it as Weber. Okay, we know 1 Weber is equal to, I have no space, I will write here, 1 Weber is equal to 1 Tesla meter square. Okay, in our next video, let me see 2 Faraday's experiments. Okay.